That's a takedown for Kate Block. I said he's slick. Doesn't get much slicker than that. He's got a body lock. Inside trip. Oh! That was a beautiful shrug.
Today I came up to Florida to do some wrestling camps. Teaching them wrestling moves is something that's very rewarding. You know, it's as a previous athlete, you know, retired now, it still gets to keep me kind of evolving my own style because I have a lot more that, you know, I don't feel like I'm done mentally. Physically I'm done, but mentally I can still keep creating and coaching, so that's kind of my goal here. My wrestling style, man, as a little kid, I was terrified of losing. Thought it was the end of the world. And it took a long time to figure that out, that it wouldn't. I learned at a young age I didn't want to wrestle with fear to the point where I didn't attack. So I let that fuel almost a desire to just attack. So it made me into the technician and the neutral wrestler that I was. And as I got older into high school and college, I got to where I wasn't fearful. I just was, I'm gonna attack, under control. And when I figured that out, it was when I felt like I was at my peak. But my fear of losing was so great as a kid that my fear of attack was a lot less. I'd rather attack and lose attacking than lose just because I didn't do anything, you know? Because people in practice do the same thing. They wrestle a good guy in practice, go, oh, I don't want to lose in practice. Practice, who cares?
Yeah.
Go attack. The moment my head chest goes away, he falls. It's weird. You're literally doing everything wrong. That's why I created this move. It gives them a false sense of safety. I'm backing. I'm giving them head position. I'm literally just boom. Make you look dumb.
He's slick. You can never feel comfortable wrestling, and I like that about him. And the creativity, like I said before, just always being creative. Like that move that he showed at the end, it's one that he's formed and he made up, right? Just by being creative. And I tell my athletes that when we do our sparring, okay, make up moves, right? Either it's gonna work or we throw it in the trash, right? Just have fun with it. Take the stuff that we're working in here and play with it and make it your own, right? Be creative. I think that's what's missing in wrestling. We've brought in a lot of unbelievable wrestling minds into our room. I mean, this summer we had Sebastian Rivera, Jason Surtis, Corbin Mink, Austin O'Connor, Logan Storley, and now Cade Brock. I mean, they all have different styles and they all move different. They all wrestle different. And if I have an athlete that wrestles like Cade Brock, maybe he's going to get more out of this than he did with Logan Storley, right? But I also have athletes that wrestle like Logan Storley. So the more eyes I can get on my athletes and the more they can pick up, the better. Maybe they're showing the same technique that we've been doing for 3 years, but they say it in a different way, and it resonates with some of my athletes. Whatever it takes, right? Whatever it takes for them to get the concepts and the one thing that I love about almost every single clinician that has come in, Cade Brock made a point of it is be creative with your wrestling, right? And the more they can see, the more that they can bring their wrestling into a creative mindset.
I'm able to keep evolving the sport and also evolve the sport in kids' eyes. They see these cool moves that actually work and they're able to go watch and they're like, wow, that makes wrestling fun, And at the end I gave a little speech, it's like visualize, the more you can visualize, the more matches you can wrestle. There's no point now, giving it your all in anything you do. And when you're done, it's hard, it's because you gave it your all, that's your passion. But I can tell you today, every kid I had was excited throughout the practice, eager, it felt like everybody took away something. I want to thank everybody that had me out, first off. Enjoy the time I get to come down to Florida. I've been here once before wrestling. This one's a little more leisure. But I also want to thank, my dad. Without him, and my uncle, I've never been the wrestler I am today. Also, there's so many people I could thank. bunch of the OSU greats have helped me beyond measure, and I think of a lot of them as family. So if you're watching, you know who you are.